Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing the Orchid Tag. I got nominated by Anna is Kicking, so thank you Anna. And before I start, if you hear any purring, that's this guy over here. Gandalf. Hello. Maybe you can't hear any purring right now. He just starts and stops for some reason. Anyways, I'll get started. Question number 1. How long have you been growing orchids for, and what was your very first orchid? I think I started growing around 3 or 4 years ago when I finally had an apartment to myself to put orchids in the window. At this time, I thought Phalaenopsis were the only types of orchids in the world, and I wanted a window or even a room full of them. I just liked them so much. And my very first orchid was also a Phalaenopsis, and I had it at a previous residence. It did really well, like probably better than any other orchid I've ever had, until a roommate's cat knocked it out of a windowsill while I was on vacation, and I came back and it was a goner. Well, it might have been savable, but at the time I didn't really know anything about orchids, so. All right, question number 2. What is your main reason for growing orchids? I'm an artist, and I think that I'm never, ever going to achieve the level of sophistication and beauty in my art that an orchid has in one flower. So I just think they're beautiful, beautiful wonders of nature. And I'm happy to see them bloom in my residence. And I'm actually more interested in the challenge of getting them to bloom than seeing them in bloom. I just like the challenge. All right, number 3. Do you have any other plants besides orchids? Other than butterworts, not really. Can't seem to keep any other kinds of plants alive. Like I've tried herbs and stuff like basil and they died. And I had a little tiny pine tree that I got as like kind of like a Christmas tree, and that died too, and it was sad. So, and I'm not really interested in any other types of plants. So, other than butterworts, no. Number 4, what are your 3 favorite genera? I really like Chylocystis, Lycastes, and Schomburgkias. Number 5. Which are your 5 favorite orchids? Well, this shot of an Oncidium has nothing to do with this list, but my favorites would be Maxillaria tenuifolia, Vanda Pachera's Delight, Chylocista lunifera, Schomburgkia bryceana, and Silogene cristata. The only one that I have of this list currently is the Maxillaria tenuifolia. So, I thought I had a Silogene cristata, but it is not. It is probably a Silogene, I think it's called Unchained Melody. Number 6, which one of your orchids do you like the least and why? That would probably be my Oncidium Twinkle, or this one that I currently have in this shot. This is a no ID Oncidium. I'm just not really that much of a fan of Oncidiums. I mean, they're okay, but they're so little. And the Oncidium Twinkle, it's not really a challenge. It's really easy to get to bloom, in my opinion. It's, as I said, I'm not overly fond of the flowers, even though they do smell nice. And the leaves of Oncidiums have the habit of getting bacterial infections, and it really shows on my Oncidium Twinkle. Number 7, how many orchids do you have at the moment? I think I have around 60. I had a little bit more, but I've been getting rid of some orchids recently in preparation for what I'm going to get at the Southern Ontario Orchid Society show in February, so I know I won't be able to hold myself back there. I'm going to get a bunch of stuff. So at the moment, it's a little bit less than usual. Number 8, what kind of growing space do you have? I live in an apartment. I basically make use of every window that I have in my apartment. thanks to my boyfriend. He lets me, because it must be interesting to wake up every day and see orchids in every window when you're not really that interested in them. But anyways, yeah, I live in an apartment and I make use of my southwestern, I believe, facing windows. They usually get tons of light, usually, but today is a very blustery day, so clearly not today. I have these new lights in some of the windows, and they are compact fluorescent bulbs. And I also occasionally use humidifiers. I've got one right back there. So that is what I really have for my grow space, other than my little mini greenhouse, which is really just a shelf with some plastic over top of it. I have my warmer growing orchids in there. Number 9, have you ever lost a particularly loved or expensive orchid? The one I mentioned, my first orchid, I really liked. So it's kind of sad when that one got knocked over. I got some Stanhopea and Gongora seedlings from Cloud's Orchids one time because they were $5. They warn you when you get them that they are probably not going to do very well. There's a sign that says that. But I got them anyways, and lo and behold, they died. So I was really hoping for those ones to do well because I really like Gongoras and Stanopeas. But yeah. Number 10, which orchids are on your wish list? Well, they're the ones that were in my list of favorite orchids. So I would say my top 3 are Vanda's Pachera's Delight, or Vanda Pachera's Delight, Chilocista lunifera, and Schomburgkia bryceana. So I'm really hoping to get those at some point, maybe in February. And finally, I nominate Bill from Plants and Things to do the tag. Bill, I don't know if you've been tagged before, but I don't think you've done the video, so feel free to do that. And thanks for watching, guys. If you want to see any more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel and hit the thumbs up button. Thanks. Bye.